just have to assume I am in frame. Good morning, Nerdfighteria. You'll have to excuse the state that I am in. I have literally just got off work. I did the Saturdays, which is an awful girl group in the UK. Surprised that they can actually sing though, so that was a pleasant surprise. Anyway, so it's like 5 o'clock, the sun is rising as I'm doing this. It's pretty pretty. So this week we're talking about connections, and I mean obviously the first place to go there is like the easy ones, like friends and families and acquaintances and co-workers and all those socially connections between people that are fairly easy to kind of categorize and think about in a complex and important way. But I mean, like, actually, like, everything is connections. I mean, let's just take electricity, for example. It's all connected from one generator through this entire city and then into my house and into one of these things. I mean, this computer, my pride and joy, is just a series of electrical connections. My entire job last year was just happening to know about light, sound, and video connections in the right order. I mean, outside is connections. Our entire society is just a shared set of norms and values regulated by cultures that are also connections that breeze endlessly back into the past, and everything is kind of this huge spider web of nonsense and mad connections. So I guess what I'm trying to say is a bit of a broad topic there. I'm going to talk about this thing. It's my new phone, and my first actual smartphone. It has like internet and stuff, and has pretty much changed the way that I do everything ever. For those of you who don't know, I'm self-employed, which usually means I go to work or I go and do something, and then when I come home I have to spend an hour on my computer. I mean, first you gotta check the Twitters and the Facebook, because you're human, that's what people do. And then I end up having to sift through the 30 emails I've got that day about various invoices and possibilities of work and transport arrangements and equipment hiring and equipment going out. The constant connection allowed to me by technology has allowed other connections, the more traditional version like friends and family and stuff, to kind of be better. I guess what I'm trying to say is smartphones and technology and stuff just allow us to be more connected, making our lives more efficient, which allows other connections that we more traditionally cherish, like friends and family, to be... Stop texting me! To be more connected. But also you have to remember that as we become more and more interconnected, the people who weren't connected in the first place are becoming more and more isolated. Be it through financial decisions or choice, those who choose not to be part of our hyper-connected world are losing out at a faster rate than any time in history. I mean, even in England, if your house doesn't have a stable, fast, or indeed you can't afford an internet connection, you lose out on all kinds of opportunities for not only entertainment, but for jobs and services. And I just think that as our world becomes more and more and more connected, we have to remember that other people aren't so lucky and that connections are important. And that's all I got. Connections, connected, connected.